What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today it is February 23rd, 2025, and we are jumping into another project. Not a whole lot to do between seasons right now, just because everything's so muddy and still some snow around. If you kind of look around the yard, you can kind of see all the water we have standing. It's only going to get worse, unfortunately. But we are going to start a new build on this channel, as we do a lot. Again, we're going to keep budget in mind, but we are going to try our hands at building a John boat for fishing. I have believe a 1965 Alumacraft 14-foot John boat. It has no motor on it. The transom wood definitely needs to be replaced. I'm currently in the process of draining all the water out of it. This sat outside uncovered with snow in it, but luckily the snow has now melted. We're also going to be redoing the trailer as well. It's solid, it's got a lot of surface rust on it. But yeah, we are going to start trying our hands at that, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. This is a 14-foot Alumacraft with 4 benches in it. It's very dirty. The first thing is going to be getting all the water out of here and getting everything vacuumed out before we start building it. I know it floats because it held water up to, you can kind of see the water line here. So I know it floats. But yeah, so we're gonna get going on this here. I'm just having a lot of fun cleaning this out. All right, we have the boat moved into the garage here. We are supposed to get about 2 inches of snow on Friday, so I figured instead of starting at ground zero again when this gets full of water again, we'll just move it in here, let it completely dry out. I'm going to shop back all of this as well. There's still some garbage and whatever else in here, so we're gonna get this out of here. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that, and I'll kind of once I get it cleaned out, we'll kind of explain the process of what we're gonna do here and the steps we're gonna take. I got it cleaned out for the most part. There's obviously still a few pine needles here and there. I got most of the water out, but like it's only 40 degrees today, so it's gonna take a little bit for the stuff to dry. So we're gonna get everything dry. Probably throw a torpedo heater in here, maybe, or a buddy heater to kind of help dry this, or maybe a fan. And then once we get past that, we'll do another vacuum job on it. And then we need to kind of work on getting some of the, let me see if I can find some stuff here. Some of this stuff kind of sanded off as well. But while we wait for it to dry, I'm going to explain to you guys what the plan is for this. We'll start with the trailer. The trailer, all the wiring needs to be re-ran through the actual frame and everything. The lights do work, but I just don't like the exposed wiring and everything, especially on a boat trailer. So we're going to rerun all the wires for the lights. We're going to sand the whole trailer down and repaint it. And I need to get this thing registered in my name as well. It has one new wheel on it, so I'll probably have to get another tire because one of the tires is looking a little weather checked. The wood that's on it is in good shape, so I'll probably leave that. All these booger welds need to be cut off and redone, which I can do, because if you look at it, it's not really straight. So we're going to take that, turn that. It is U-bolted, and then I just stuck some booger welds in there to help hold it, would be my guess. But so that needs some adjustments right there. And then yeah, just a lot of maintenance stuff on the trailers. The bearings are good. At least one of the tires are good. The guide poles are good. The lights are there. They work. So the trailer's not gonna be a huge job. Just gonna take some time, some elbow grease. Onto the boat. This is a 14-foot Alumacraft. So what I want to do is I want to put a casting deck from about here forward, and then a trolling motor stand from about here forward, or maybe here forward, depending on how much room we have. And then in the front here, I want to put storage boxes that'll open up, along with more storage boxes here, and then a pedestal chair right here, or like a pedestal stool, so when we're fishing we can stand up and kind of lean back on that. And I'll bolt that directly into this bench. I can tell this thing has had a casting deck on it before, because you can kind of see all the little holes from where old self tappers used to be put in this thing. So I don't think it'll be too hard. I'm not going to remove any of the benches because I don't want to lose any of the structural integrity about it, but we are going to do that. I will probably cut these off and re-bolt these down. Something on top of the casting deck so it doesn't feel the need to fly off when we're going on the road. I'm gonna leave the oar mounts in here as well. That one is broken, but I'm gonna leave all the rest of them just in case the engine that I have for this thing goes bad or something weird happens. We can still row it, or if I feel like getting that cardio. Going to leave this open, but we're going to put foam flooring right here, and then we're gonna put a bench right here with more storage boxes on the back here and more storages on the back here, because eventually one of these will be a gas tank place, the other one will be a battery for when I put a bigger motor on here. Obviously the transom board needs to be replaced, so we'll do that as well at the same time. And then there'll be rod holders and stuff in here as well, you know, your typical boat stuff, but we'll get all to the fine details. Dang, someone's getting after it. Anyway, we'll kind of get all to the fine details after we get everything built. This is not going to be a tough build, I don't think. And it's not going to, you know, it's not a boat that's going to go on the ocean or anything. This is literally just for the small boats around here. And I do have registration for it, I just haven't updated it. And maybe some lights at some point. I'm not 100% sure. This will be used for fishing and possibly duck hunting. But yeah, so let's let this dry out. I'll bring you back when I'm on to the next step. Soup of the day right here. I actually shouldn't dump this guy in the ice capsule. What's the right thing? Go dump it in the neighbor's yard. Nice. Wonderful. Great Taco Bell. This is going to be a multi-part series too, so make sure when you do, if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get alerted when we post. And yeah, but yeah, let's get into the build. This is by far my most favorite part about this entire purchase. These are not purchased at the same time, what's in this box, but it's just, I can't even tell you guys, like you kind of just have to see it. Before I open this, put down in the comments right now what you think is in this box. I'll give you a couple seconds. Put down in the comments what you guys think is in this box. Hopefully you can type that fast. I don't want to wait any longer. Oops, broke that styrofoam. That's all right. So this is a straight Chinesium 2-stroke little boat motor called a Hengkai. I have no idea. Oh, certificate of qualification, whatever that means. The prop is this little plastic thing. And yeah, it is a little 2-stroke motor that you can actually buy off of Amazon for like 200 bucks. And I thought this was kind of a joke when my brother-in-law pulled up with it. But I actually went onto some John Boat builds on Facebook. And people actually are okay with these little motors. They said they're obviously, you know, cheap and low quality, but they work really well and until they don't, obviously. But for $200 on a $150 John boat, that frankly, we didn't even know if it was gonna float when we bought it. It's perfect. It fits this boat so well. So I'm probably just gonna put it on there and kind of mock it up and see the quality of this thing. I'm not gonna fire it up right now because I gotta get gear oil and 2-stroke oil and all this stuff. But yeah, this is probably my most favorite part of this build. And once this inevitably blows up, we'll upgrade to like a Johnson or an Evinrude or a Mercury or something. But I figured we had to give this thing a try. So I got it mocked up for the time being. This will be coming off before we get done with the build for sure, because this whole boat's getting painted and whatever else. Just simple mounting process, just with a couple bolts right here. It has cruise control, so that's all the throttle it has. Anyway, it is a manual trim and full start with a gas tank on top, so it's a completely self-contained unit, which is kind of nice. I don't know if it's a 3.5 horse or what the whole story is on this thing. It's yeah, I'm gonna have to do some reading, and hopefully it's in English, because I can't read Chinese. But I mean, it's got a cool little grip. It's orange, so that's kind of neat. Choke knob. Interesting. It doesn't seem like it's horrible quality. I mean, it's plastic. This is metal though, which is good. The shaft is all metal. Lower unit's metal. This, I've seen on Facebook people suggest switching these over to aluminum, because I mean, that is pretty cheap little plastic right there. Thin straight, so that's good. But I mean, for 200 bucks, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, it's actually a pretty simple little system here. It's premix. You got a premix. I think it's like 50 to 1 or something. Now you got your little throttle cable right here. Turn the throttle. Got idle control, mixing screw. You know, you got a kill switch right here. I mean, it's really not a complicated unit at all. I'm sure it actually will run pretty well. It looks like it's air cooled. I think it's air cooled, but yeah, air cooled for sure. But I mean, not a bad little unit. Huh. Maybe there is something to these Chinese motors. The next step we're going to move on to with this boat build. This is all going to continue to dry, but there's no standing water, so I'm not super worried about it. But our next thing we're going to start on is the front casting deck. Got a couple 2x4 here, and then back in the lean-to there's a bunch more wood. My plan is to start framing this up. So like I said, from here back to just behind this bench is going to be the front casting deck. Within here, we're going to have 2 wing doors right here in the front. And then I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do here for storage, because I want to keep that structural rigidity, but I also would like to have storage and not, you know, lose all of this open space right here. And then up here in the front, once we get the front casting deck put on, this is going to turn into a step, and it's going to come up here and it's going to feed right around here. And we might even take this and cut this flat just to make it easy. We're going to go right underneath the gunnel here. And then this will be where the trolling motor gets mounted, where the lights get mounted. And then I'll probably put a cup holder and stuff in here as well. But for this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take chunks of 2x4, and we're gonna put the 2x4 from here to that wall right here on each side of this bench, and at least on the front of this one, the front of this one, and the back of this one. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna give us something to drill into. And these are very, very strong anchor points within the boat. And then we're gonna still put some legs down. We're probably gonna do 2 sets of them, because I wanna leave this middle open just in case we get some water in here. It can all flow to the back out the drain plug. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the pieces on here. Once we get everything installed here, we're gonna cut more wood at an angle. We're gonna go right along here for this piece. So that'll create a structure piece right here, along with doing the same exact thing right here on this side. And then when we put the casting deck down over the top, we'll make sure we run that casting deck right up against this. But then there'll be plenty of, you know, structure right here to help hold that up. That'll also give us plenty of room where we can put storage boxes in. But the nice thing about drilling directly into the benches is we don't have to drill a hole in the bottom of the boat. We don't have to worry about water getting in, nothing like that. And then we're not actually taking out any of the original parts of the boat. So the boat will act pretty much exactly as it was originally designed to. So we're not going to be giving up, I know I've said structural rigidity a lot, but it's true. We're not going to be giving up any structural rigidity. if we just drill right into the benches, because these are literally just solid pieces of aluminum. Or not solid, but like these are hollow pieces of aluminum, basically just so people can sit on them. We just got done at Menards picking up a bunch of wood and a bunch of screws and bolts. This is what we'll be using to secure the 2x4s to the benches, and then triple coated screws to secure them, to secure the wood to each other. So let's get back home and we will get building this thing. I apologize if it's a little loud. I currently have the heater going on in here. It's like 45 degrees, but still kind of cold. I have the first board cut out and put in here. We're gonna bolt these into here. The same thing on this side. One here, and then up there as well. So let's get these bolted in, and I'll bring you back when I get everything bolted in. The cross members are in. I'm not going to put one in the front because there's no reason to right now. I got this one in and all these. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to run the frame pieces in between them on the sides to kind of box all this in. We're not going to do anything with this one for now. This one is just the starting piece for the floor that we're going to be building here. That's going to kind of come into back here, but all of this right here, we're going to brace up, and then this is where our storage boxes are going to be. So a little bit of an update for you guys. Currently have the casting deck framed in, as well as I have the storage boxes framed in. So the casting deck is going to start here, going to go all the way up to here, and then this is going to raise up, as I explained earlier, and it's going to be the trolling motor stand along with lights, stuff like that. This right here is going to flop up this way, and that's going to be a big storage department for stuff like the anchor, life jackets, stuff like that, as well as I'm going to seal all of this off, and this entire front section here is going to get filled with spray foam to help with the flotation aspect of things. And then here, these doors, there's going to be one here that pops up like this, and one here that pops up like that, and then this one is just going to be just closed off, just to make sure we have places to walk that don't open up, so we have places to set stuff as well. And then there will be a pedestal chair that'll drill in right here. A little bit of change on the boat. Got the rest of the casting deck in. Got all this stuff framed in. We just got a little more wood to do the flip or the hatches here. That's the hatch right there. We're gonna spray all this so it's all weatherproof, and then we'll add some carpet over the top. So the casting deck is built, other than like the inside drawer parts for like storage and stuff, and then two of the doors for the middle hatch system. I gotta pick up a little bit more wood for that, but we're at the point where we can like carpet down on this. This is aquamarine carpet, so it's specifically for boats, that we picked up at Menards. It's like 49 cents a square foot or something like that. And this is a 6x12 sheet. I want to be in like 35 bucks or something like that after tax. It really wasn't awful. So we're gonna get this put down and everything. The reason we went with gray is because we figured out we're gonna paint the outside of this jet black, and we didn't want black carpet because it would get really, really warm. And with our 3-year-old running around on here, we don't want to get too warm. We didn't want to go too light of a color because we didn't want it to really show dirt and stuff like that either. So we wound up going with gray, and I think that'll really kind of tie everything together really well. So let's get that installed, and I'll kind of bring you back when I get there. I got the heater on right now, and it's kind of cold out here, so I probably won't videotape too much of me actually doing it, but we'll figure it out as we go. So the plan is not to put carpet up the gunnels or the rails there. That's all that's going to be bed lined. I'm going to do roll-on bed liner in there. So the goal is to go right up against the wood all the way back the entire length of the casting deck, and then obviously trim it down as we go. So I'm going to grab a stapler, probably pop a staple in right here, and probably pop a staple in up there, and then we'll work all that in, add staples as we go, and then when we get over here, we'll trim down all the excess over here. Okay, so bringing you guys back about 20 minutes later. Got the carpet in. It is just stapled in many different places all throughout here. And then it's like notched out around this stuff on the side here as well. And all the way up there, all the way around. I still got to get a little bit more wood to finish doing the hatches here. I did get this hatch done. I got the hinges on here along with the handle. It just flips up, and then I got to build the insert in there. Goes down, give it a little whack. It's a nice little hatch right there, and then obviously there'll be a hatch right here and a hatch right there. I think that's going to be the end of part 1 for this boat. I have to kind of figure out how we're going to do the decking here, as well as I'm not sure if this is going to have enough power to move this whole thing, which is why over here I got a 25 horse Evinrude that, you know, hasn't ran in 2 years. So we're probably gonna do a Willet run on that as well. That'll be probably part 2. This has electric start, so I need to get a gas tank, a new battery, stuff like that. We're gonna paint this either white or black. I haven't decided yet. It's camo right now, which does match the boat, but we're not looking to have the camo look. But yeah, just a couple old cheap hinges, cheap little hand thing right here, lifts right up, tons of storage under there. This one will open up like that. That one will open up that way. And then on the back here, back there will be where the gas tank is, battery box right here, and probably the control panel will be right here. And then I'm still trying to kind of figure out exactly what we want to do here. So until I can figure all that out, we're gonna end this video here and we will go from there. Thank you guys for checking out part 1 of our budget John boat into bass boat build. I haven't exactly figured out what I'm gonna call it yet. Put down in the comments what you guys think I should call this thing. It's just a 14-foot John boat with a casting deck in it right now. We're pretty much gonna be using it for bass fishing and just fishing. Like it's not gonna be used for anything else. So until next time, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'm gonna be posting these videos kind of sporadically because I've been, I work a full-time job. We're getting into the summer months now, so there's gonna be more stuff like dirt bike vids, as well as some other stuff. Yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with that. Check out the Instagram for any more information. Until next time, bye.